I'm Zach Harwin, the team captain of Freedom by Design here at SU Architecture. Freedom by Design is the community service initiative of the American Institute of Architecture students. We use the architecture skills of our students to provide design solutions and build small renovations and additions for those that are financially, physically, and mentally handicapped. This is actually the first project that I was able to work on, because all the other ramps that we built were before my time with Freedom. I love working on this because it gets you out of the studio. It shows what architects can actually do, because most of the time our work never goes beyond the paper or the computer screen. And it's an unbelievable experience to see your work actually get materialized and get hands-on experience. I love being out here and actually building the things that we design. It's an unbelievable experience for me and for the rest of the team. Wouldn't trade it for anything.
So how did you hear about Freedom by Design in the first place?
Through my granddaughter, who works in the School of Architecture. She came to me one day and wanted to know if I would be interested in putting up a ramp, because I was having a little problem manipulating the stairs. I said, sure, bring them on. And she put me in touch with your group, and we took it from there. I mean, I can get out and, not be afraid to do my shopping and whatever else I have to do. It helps a lot. And it's a very professional job. Got the best looking ramp in the neighborhood. I was very pleased with it. It couldn't have been better.
So far, in the 3 years that we've been active, we've built 3 ramps for 3 different clients, and in the future we're looking to build a tree house for the Jowonio School, as well as renovate their nature trail, and build ramps for any other clients that might come up.
My name's Lisa Neville. I'm an occupational therapist at the Jowonio School. We serve in our inclusive early education program children from about 2.5 years old till their pre-kindergarten year, 5 years old. And it's our interest to educate children with physical disabilities and developmental disabilities right alongside their typically developing peers.
Last fall, we heard about Freedom by Design, and I got in contact with them and was very excited to hear that they might be interested in working with us. We had Zach come out and take a tour of the school, and I think while he was here, he got really excited about the chances he might have for working with Jowonio and this year and possibly on a longer-term basis.
In the discussion with students from Freedom by Design, as a motor therapist from our school, it was important for me to share with them my perspective of how differently it helps to look at the world when you're thinking about preschoolers, and especially preschoolers with disabilities. In addition, the idea that as a designer of a play space, to be aware that some of our students use wheelchairs or might be crawling rather than walking, and that they might also need adults to help them move through space, that to make a play structure accessible for all of our students would involve some creativity on their part. The idea of making an opening that students could crawl through, but that would also allow an adult to crawl through with the student would be kind of a special consideration that a standard playground designer might not need to consider.
We always kind of dreamed of having a treehouse on the trail. That was just one thing that really appeals, I think, to the kid in all of us. And we were fortunate enough to have someone donate a bit of money to help us do that.
Hey guys, so this is the best tree in terms of kind of what we think is location, because if you have it's really easy to be able to see across to the playground. We wouldn't have to clear out very much to have a bit of a view, especially if you have a kind of a spy scope or something like that. You can look down there. But the surface is a bit unstable. So this is what we're thinking would be kind of our ideal tree, but we're open to suggestions. We're also open to it not being necessarily a house in a tree, but it could just be a house amongst the trees. So it could be, it does it have to be built around a tree or in a tree?
Of all the Freedom by Design chapters in the country, we're going to actually be the first to design and build a treehouse for a client. It's something that's never been done before by any of the other chapters. Over the past few weeks, we've been meeting with designers and the builders, and we've been giving up their time on the weekend to come in and do designs. And this is actually the 3D model of one of the designs. It's really just fantastic to be able to come in and work with everybody who's so enthusiastic and committed to making this a great project. We're not just doing things within the school anymore. It's getting involved in the local community and doing community service and using our skills and what we've learned here to actually impact and change somebody's life. Being able to do what we love and then put it back into the community is one of the greatest feelings that we could ever have here. It's awesome. We're a really close-knit group of students. We're always all here working in the studios on our designs and our models and our drawings. And when we're that close and working that hard, we need to have fun sometimes. And the Freedom by the Mic event that we put on each year gives us a great opportunity to do that. We're still a young chapter, but we have a long future ahead of us. There's a long list of clients that need and want our services, and while we help those clients, we want to give our students the opportunity to use their architecture skills to go out into the field and actually use their designs to make people's lives better. It's a philosophy that we're extraordinarily proud of.